All right, Pittston area baseball, Paull Zaffuto with us. Coach, let's talk about the squad this year. Graduated some talent, got some talent coming back, and you're hopeful, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, we lost a lot of leadership. We lost a lot of speed, but what we have coming up is just as good as anything that I've had in a really, really long time. I mean, we're headed by our lucky guy, Elijah Barr. I mean, he's a major league prospect already at the age of 15 years old, already 6'5", and last year he ended the year throwing about 86, 87, and by the middle of the summer he already had it up to around 91, 92. His doctors are saying that he's probably going to stretch out to be around 6'7", 6'8" by the end. He's definitely a prospect that we love. Our problem last year is we didn't have the consistency behind him. I think this year we really do. I mean, Silvio Giardina got hurt mid-season last year. And he's another guy who's about 87, 88 that just says, give me the ball and I'm going to shut you down. So in a big game situation, we would love to go Barr to Silvio. I think we have a pretty good shot. Beyond that, I mean, our defense and our offense are basically almost as similar as last year, except in experience-wise. And if we could have a leader that steps up and shows us that they're going to lead the team the way that we should, I think we should be pretty good by the end of the year.
Let's talk about your field. Fantastic. You know, we always hit that part.
You always go after that.
I love the
it
facility.
is. It's great because we always have something, and we've been building on it for the last 25 years, and finally, you know, we got it to where we're really comfortable being there all the time. There's going to be some new additions that are going to be added to it, so I can't wait to see what this young group of kids in the next 3-4 years has to offer.
Maybe you got to get the all-you-can-eat hot dogs over there at Pittston. That might be
That's
the
one
only
thing we
high
don't
school,
have.
right?
One thing we don't have is a concession stand, and I wish we did. Nobody wants to volunteer to work that, but if we did, that would be next level.
It's a tough one with see-through windows both sides or something. You could come up with a concept.
Yeah, sure.
When you talk about being able to win big games and the competition in the league and the challenges of that, and then being able to move on after that. Last year, you guys had to run into a District 4 team.
Yeah,
these teams are good.
We had opportunities. Like I still dream about it now. Just standing out at the field, just looking at it, and just saying, we had an opportunity with the bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, the tie score to win, and we needed contact. We didn't get it. And there were some things that happened in that game that every one of us, from the coaching staff down to the players, we just didn't play our own game, and we still only lost by a tight margin and extra innings. And, to get that taste, to know that you could be there and that you should have, accomplished your goal and you didn't do it, gives us a little extra motivation this year. Hopefully we'll be back and things will go our way.
Your prospect over there, he's young. You said he's 15. Talk about, trying to be careful there and do all the right things. I'm sure there's some nervousness, like, hey, I want him to go play. I want him to play hard, but you want to make sure that he's got a bright future.
Yeah, he's got a very bright future. I mean, I always say my number one rule is if your best player isn't your hardest working player, then no matter how good your team is, you can't win. And Elijah's one of those kids that no matter where he is, he's putting in that extra work. We talked about that first round draft pick, Max Clark, and we watched some of the things that he did in order to get there. And it wasn't just he didn't show up to the ballpark and he was a superstar. All the work that went into being prepared for the games that he played was just incredible. And we're trying to just instill that in Elijah. He's already got that inside of him. So there's one thing that's going to be a fact, and that's nobody's going to outwork him. And if that's the case, then we have a shot to be very good and jump on his shoulders. Plus, we have some leadership from some of our juniors that are very good baseball players too. Silvio Giardina is going to go to Lehigh. Jake Eftevich is one of those kids that he's our catcher. He would catch without the gear on if we needed him to. I mean, the way that they operate at practice, I mean, they really don't even need the coaches there at this point, because I have total trust in the fact that they're going to run it exactly the way that we would, and that's something that you just don't see every day. So hopefully that continues, and then by the end of the year, we're back in a spot where we can win a title.
All right, Coach, good to see you.
Thank you, brother. Always a pleasure.